Hey friends, welcome to today's video. In this session, we will be diving deep into 22 of the best Buddha quotes about silence, a concept that holds profound wisdom and power. Silence is often misunderstood, but as you'll soon discover, it is far from empty. It is filled with answers, strength, and deep meaning. We hope this video inspires and enlightens you on the importance of silence and Buddha's wisdom surrounding it. This is a long but insightful video, and we have made sure to leave no stone unturned when exploring the true essence of silence in Buddhist philosophy. So without further delay, let's begin. 1. He who doesn't understand your silence will probably not understand your words. If someone cannot comprehend the depth of your silence, they are unlikely to understand the meaning behind your words. Words are powerful, but only to those who are willing to listen and understand. If you find yourself explaining, justifying, or proving your point to someone who refuses to listen, pause. Your silence may convey far more than endless words ever could. Not everyone deserves an explanation, and not every question requires a response. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to be heard by those who are unwilling to listen, conserve your energy for those who truly value your presence. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is a statement, a boundary, and sometimes the loudest response. When words fail, let your silence do the talking. It speaks clearly to those who are meant to hear it. 2. Silence is the best reply to a fool. When faced with a foolish question, the most powerful response is often silence. Engaging in an argument with someone unwilling to understand is a waste of time and energy. No matter how well you explain, they will twist your words, challenge your logic, and drag you into a pointless debate. Silence, on the other hand, carries a weight that words often cannot. It protects your peace, keeps your mind clear, and prevents unnecessary conflict. Sometimes the best way to prove wisdom is by choosing not to engage at all. Let your quietness speak for itself. It holds more power than any argument ever could. When you refuse to respond to nonsense, you maintain control over your energy and emotions. Silence does not mean defeat. It means you recognize when a conversation is not worth your breath. Walk away, stay composed, and let the wisdom of silence do the talking. 3. When you build in silence, they don't know what to attack. Not everyone needs to know your plans, and not everyone deserves to. The more you share, the more you invite unnecessary opinions, doubts, and negativity into your journey. Some people criticize not to help but to discourage, while others wait for an opportunity to undermine your progress. But when you work in silence, you remain in control, protected from outside interference. No one can sabotage what they don't see, and no one can hinder what they don't know. Success is best built in quiet determination, free from distractions. Let your actions, not your words, do the talking. Move forward with focus, without seeking validation or approval. The moment you achieve your goals, the results will speak for themselves. True success needs no announcement. It commands attention effortlessly. Keep building, keep striving, and let your achievements become the loudest statement you ever make. Your success is your greatest response. 4. Silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. People often mistake silence for emptiness, but in truth, it holds the deepest wisdom. In a world where everyone is eager to speak, few realize the power of what remains unspoken. Silence is not the absence of communication. Rather, it is a language of its own, one that speaks through presence, through stillness, and through the space between words. What is left unsaid often carries the most profound messages, revealing thoughts and emotions words cannot fully express. Those who truly listen, not just with their ears, but with their intuition, can discover more in silence than in 1,000 spoken sentences. It is in the quiet moments that understanding deepens, and in the stillness that truth is revealed. Pay attention, for silence has its own voice, one that speaks only to those who are willing to hear. Sometimes the loudest answers come in the quietest moments. 5. Have the maturity to know that sometimes silence is more powerful than having the last word. Words have the power to heal, but they also have the power to wound. A single sentence can mend a broken heart, yet the wrong words can shatter trust beyond repair. True wisdom lies not only in what we say, but in knowing when to remain silent. There are moments when silence speaks louder than any argument, carrying a weight that words simply cannot. In the heat of the moment, emotions can cloud judgment, making it easy to say something we later regret. But silence, when used with intention, can be a sign of strength, maturity, and self-control. It allows space for reflection, prevents unnecessary conflict, and often conveys more than any spoken explanation. When emotions run high, pause. Choose your words carefully or choose none at all. Sometimes the deepest understanding is found not in what is spoken, but in the quiet that follows. Silence, when used wisely, can be the most powerful response of all. 6. Sometimes it's better to just remain silent and smile. There will always be people who seek to provoke you, using words as weapons to stir anger and frustration. Their goal isn't discussion or understanding, it's control. They want to push you into reacting, to steal your peace and dictate your emotions. But the moment you respond in anger, you hand them exactly what they seek, power over you. Instead of falling into their trap, choose a different path. Stay calm, smile, say nothing. Let silence be your shield and self-control be your victory. Your lack of reaction will confuse them, leaving them powerless. They expect a fight, but your peace disarms them. When you refuse to engage in their negativity, you hold on to your strength, proving that real power lies not in reacting, but in restraint. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's a statement that says more than any argument ever could. Stay in control and let your silence speak for you. 7. Silence is always better than nonsense. Not everything needs to be spoken. Words carry power, but when used carelessly, they lose their value. If what you say does not uplift, enlighten, or add meaning, why waste your breath? Engaging in gossip, pointless arguments, or mindless chatter only drains your energy and clouds your mind with unnecessary noise. Instead, embrace the strength of silence. A quiet mind is a peaceful mind, free from distractions and negativity. When you learn to master your words, you also master your thoughts. Silence is not emptiness. It is a space where wisdom grows. It allows you to observe, reflect, and understand before speaking. In moments of uncertainty, choose silence over impulsive speech. In conversations that lack depth, choose silence over meaningless noise. The less you speak, the more you hear, and the more you hear, the more you learn. True wisdom lies in knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. 8. Open your mouth only if what you are going to say is more beautiful than silence. Words hold incredible power. They can uplift or tear down, heal or wound, inspire or discourage. Every word you speak carries energy, shaping the way others perceive you and the way you perceive yourself. Before you let words escape your lips, pause and reflect. Will my words add value, bring wisdom, or create positivity? Or will they add to the noise, fuel negativity, or cause harm? If what you are about to say does not surpass the beauty of silence, then silence is the better choice. True strength lies not in speaking endlessly, but in knowing when to stay quiet. Silence is not weakness. It is a sign of wisdom, self-control, and inner peace. When you choose silence over unnecessary words, you allow space for understanding, clarity, and deeper connections. So, before you speak, remember, if your words are not more meaningful than silence, let silence be your voice. 9. Silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. Not everyone will recognize the depth of your thoughts or the wisdom behind your words. Some people listen only to respond, not to understand. Others are so consumed by their own opinions that they are unwilling to see a different perspective. No matter how much truth you speak, some minds will remain closed. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to convince them, choose silence. Silence is not defeat. It is a sign of strength, self-respect, and wisdom. It protects your energy and keeps you from engaging in pointless debates. Sometimes the loudest statement you can make is the one left unsaid. When words fail to bring clarity, let silence do the talking. Those who are open to understanding will hear you even in your quietest moments. And for those who refuse to listen, your silence will speak louder than any argument ever could. Choose silence. It is often the most powerful response. 10. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. When you strip away distractions and quiet the noise around you, something incredible happens. You begin to truly listen, not just to others, but to the subtle whispers of nature, the rhythm of life, and most importantly, your own inner voice. In a world filled with constant chatter, silence becomes a rare and powerful tool. It allows your thoughts to settle, bringing clarity where there was once confusion. It sharpens your focus, helping you see what truly matters. It opens the door to insight, revealing answers that were always within you, just waiting to be heard. When you embrace silence, you create space for deep reflection, self-awareness, and personal growth. You start to notice the beauty in stillness and the wisdom in quiet moments. In silence, you do not lose yourself. You find yourself. So take a step back, turn down the noise, and listen. The most profound truths are often spoken in silence. 11. Confuse them with your silence. Amaze them with your actions. There's no need to explain your dreams to those who doubt you. Let your success be your voice. Words often fall on deaf ears, but undeniable results speak for themselves. Instead of wasting time convincing others, focus on your goals, work in silence, and let your achievements do the talking. When you prove yourself through action, no explanation is necessary. Success is the most powerful response to skepticism. Those who once doubted you will have no choice but to recognize your determination. Stay focused, stay patient, and let your journey unfold. Your accomplishments will say everything that needs to be said. 12th, silence is a place of great power and healing. Rewrite this piece of content for me. Please keep the original meaning and fill in dots and commas appropriately, and have exactly 150 words so that the paragraph attracts and retains the audience from beginning to end. Note that the original meaning must be kept intact. 13. Silence is louder than words. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. What remains unsaid often holds deeper meaning than what is openly expressed. Pay attention to the pauses, the hesitations, and the unspoken messages. They often reveal more than any conversation ever could. In a world filled with noise, the most profound truths are sometimes hidden in quiet moments. When you truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart, you begin to understand the depth of silence. It is in those moments of stillness that emotions, intentions, and truths are laid bare. Not every thought needs to be voiced, and not every feeling needs to be explained. Wisdom lies in recognizing the power of silence and understanding that sometimes the most meaningful conversations happen without words at all. So, observe closely, listen deeply, and appreciate the quiet. It often tells you everything you need to know. 14. Silence keeps you out of unnecessary drama. Many conflicts are fueled by unnecessary words, heated arguments, and emotions running high. When people engage in disputes, egos clash, and the situation often escalates beyond reason. But there is power in silence. Choosing not to engage in negativity removes you from the chaos that others create. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It allows you to rise above the noise and maintain your inner peace. Instead of fueling an argument with more words, step back and observe. Let others exhaust themselves in their own negativity while you remain calm and collected. In the end, silence can be the most powerful response, leaving no room for further conflict. It is a sign of strength, self-control, and emotional intelligence. By choosing silence over senseless disputes, you protect your peace and prove that not every battle is worth fighting. In stillness, you find clarity, strength, and true freedom. 15. Not talking to someone doesn't mean you don't care. It means you respect your peace. People often mistake silence for indifference, assuming that those who do not respond lack care or concern. But true wisdom is knowing when to remain quiet, when to walk away, and when to protect your energy. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every situation requires a response. Engaging in unnecessary drama drains your peace, while silence keeps you centered. Walking away is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. It means you value your well-being over meaningless disputes. In the end, preserving your energy allows you to focus on what truly matters in life. 16. Don't speak unless you can improve the silence. If your words do not add value, bring clarity, or offer wisdom, allow the silence to remain. Not everything needs to be spoken, and not every moment requires a response. Silence is often more powerful than unnecessary words. It carries depth, understanding, and peace. When you choose to speak, ensure that your words uplift, enlighten, or inspire. But when words serve no meaningful purpose, let stillness take their place. In silence, there is wisdom. In restraint, there is strength. Sometimes the most profound messages are conveyed not through speech, but through the quiet presence of a mindful and composed mind. 17. A wise man is known by his silence. Those who speak less but convey more are the ones who truly command attention. Their words carry weight because they choose them wisely, ensuring every sentence holds meaning. People are drawn to those who listen more than they speak, valuing depth over noise. When words are used sparingly but intentionally, they leave a lasting impact. In a world full of chatter, those who master the art of meaningful speech become the voices that matter. Silence between words adds power, making every statement resonate. Speak with purpose, and you'll find that people lean in, eager to hear what you have to say. 18. Silence is a form of self-control. True strength lies in the ability to remain calm, composed, and unshaken in the face of negativity. Choosing not to react or engage in unnecessary conflict is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. When you refuse to be drawn into chaos, you protect your peace and maintain control over your emotions. Silence can be more powerful than words, disarming negativity without feeding it. In moments of difficulty, staying still and observing before responding allows clarity to emerge. Strength isn't always loud. It is often found in the quiet confidence of those who refuse to be disturbed by external forces. 19. Silence creates space for wisdom to enter. When you speak endlessly, you close the door to wisdom, reflection, and growth. Silence creates space for learning, allowing new ideas and insights to take root. Those who listen more and talk less gain a deeper understanding of the world around them. Words should add value, not just fill the air. By pausing and observing, you become more aware, more mindful, and more open to transformation. True wisdom comes not from constant speech, but from thoughtful reflection. In the quiet moments, you grow, evolve, and discover truths that endless chatter would have drowned out. Silence is the key to wisdom. 20. Successful people value silence. Great minds understand that true wisdom comes from listening and thinking in silence. Instead of rushing to speak, they pause, reflect, and process information deeply before making decisions. In the quiet moments, clarity emerges, solutions become evident, and insight grows. The ability to listen with an open mind and think without distraction is what sets great thinkers apart. Silence is not emptiness. It is a space where understanding takes root. Those who master it make choices that are thoughtful, precise, and impactful. In a world filled with noise, the greatest minds find strength in stillness and wisdom in reflection. 21. Silence is not weakness, it is strength. Being loud doesn't equate to strength. True power lies in restraint, wisdom, and the ability to stay composed in any situation. Those who shout the loudest often lack control, while those who remain calm command the most respect. Silence allows room for thought, clarity, and precise action. A wise person understands that true influence comes not from raising their voice, but from choosing their words carefully. Power is not about volume. It's about presence, patience, and the ability to respond with wisdom rather than react with impulse. Strength is quiet, yet its impact is undeniable. 22. Distance doesn't separate people, silence does. In relationships, silence can either strengthen bonds or create distance. It all depends on how it's used. When silence is filled with wisdom, reflection, and understanding, it fosters growth and deeper connection. However, when it's used as avoidance or neglect, it builds walls instead of bridges. Healthy relationships thrive on open communication, honesty, and mutual respect. Silence should never be a substitute for meaningful conversations, but rather a tool to listen, reflect, and respond with care. Choose your moments of silence wisely, ensuring they bring clarity and connection, rather than separation and misunderstanding. Buddha's wisdom teaches us that true strength lies not in loud words or impulsive reactions, but in self-control, patience, and deep understanding. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel pressured to respond immediately, prove ourselves, or engage in unnecessary debates. However, silence, when used wisely, becomes a powerful tool. It allows us to listen, reflect, and make better decisions. Instead of reacting to negativity, choose stillness. Instead of arguing, choose wisdom. In relationships, replace silence of avoidance with meaningful communication. Mastering the art of silence leads to inner peace, clarity, and a life guided by wisdom rather than impulse. Let us know in the comments. Which quote resonated with you the most?